When the Dragon Ball Z Japanese animation was first dubbed into the English language by the Ocean Studios in the early to mid 1990s, there was not a lot of United States knowledge about Japanese animation, nor did much of the population know of anything else of Dragon Ball Z besides the anime. One of the most well-known episodes shown during that time was of Princess Snake in the English dubbed version, or alternatively called Princess Snake's Hospitality, which was the most similar to the original Japanese title. This episode took place during the Saiyan saga. The episode itself was interesting in the fact that Goku is continuing on the way across Snake Way, or alternatively called the Serpent Road, to meet King Kai, as he comes across a residence that Goku assumes to be where King Kai lives. Upon stopping in front of the residence and getting a closer look at it, it turns into a snake and swallows Goku whole. Once inside, Goku sees a woman that he presumes to be King Kai. Apparently, there was some sort of confusion between the two of them, and the main woman that Goku sees is Princess Snake with her servants. Throughout the episode, Princess Snake attempts to seduce Goku. Eventually, through events in the episode, Goku notices that she is not King Kai and that this entire encounter is nothing more than a plot to capture him. Goku awakens to find himself being currently in the process of being digested in Princess Snake's stomach, and manages to escape from her and continue on his journey across Snake Way to meet King Kai. What's interesting is that when the episode was first shown in the United States during the 1990s, people watching it thought it was a legitimate episode of the series, when in fact it was a filler episode meant to prolong the series before the actual real manga-based plot continued in the adaptation. At the time, most Americans didn't know what filler was for Dragon Ball Z or even any other Japanimation. So the popular opinion in the United States at the time is that Princess Snake was an official Dragon Ball Z related character that resided roughly halfway across Snake Way between the entrance to Snake Way and the end where King Kai lives. In Japan, the filler episode was broadcasted in 1989, while the original United States broadcast was in 1996, and modern broadcast in 2005. As Princess Snake was nothing more than a filler character, as mentioned, there was no Dragon Ball Z related information or lore of the character, but due to the positive reception from Japanese and Western fans, the character was actually adapted into Dragon Ball Z continuity and is now a semi-official character in the series. According to established facts, Princess Snake is a giant snake deity whom uses her powers to disguise herself as a woman, with her Princess Snake persona, as the residence along Snake Way is actually that of her true form, but her magical powers give it an illusion of a residence from far away, and if anyone were to come closer, they would see that the residence is actually Princess Snake herself, and if they were not quick enough, be consumed by her. Her clothing is that of a Chinese qipao, but the colors are grayish purple. There is also a snakeskin design which alludes or hints to her real form. Her attendants are also technically possibly not real, as they are figments of Princess Snake's magical powers given physical form. Her true age isn't known, but the gigantic snake began to use the Princess Snake persona and stalk wanderers along Snake Way roughly 739 years before Dragon Ball Z takes place. Due to her being a giant snake that wanders the afterlife, it's known that the only person who ever tried to capture or kill her was King Yemma, as this confrontation between Princess Snake and King Yemma took place about 500 years before Dragon Ball Z. It was also hinted at by comments by Princess Snake that she and him were married at some point in time. Further possible lore about Princess Snake was made semi-official with the Nintendo DS game Dragon Ball Z Harukanaru Densetsu, released in 2007, where in the game it's mentioned that Yamcha also had a confrontation with Princess Snake, and even some sort of relationship with Raditz. Due to possible chronological errors, it's not exactly known what is fact and what is not in relation to details or information about Princess Snake. But as mentioned, All of the information is semi-official as it has been mentioned in official sources of Dragon Ball Z media. Sometimes a character can be forgotten because originally they weren't official.